Welcome back, YouTube, the Fernvalley Farms Beekeeping channel. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Vince, and welcome to the channel. If you're looking for beekeeping videos, this is the place to come. So, okay, what we're going to do, I'm kind of sad. I'm gonna show you this from the back side. The wind is blowing out of the north. What I got going here is I had a hive that I combined. For whatever reason, the hive was doing so good, I combined another hive to it, and something went wrong, and it's queenless, and a lot of the bees left. I did the newspaper, didn't even touch the newspaper. I left it in there for a good week or so. They were slowly ripping through it, and they were doing really good. And then all of a sudden, like this whole year has seemed to gone, like this whole year has seemed to go, it just fell apart. So the hive has got really nothing left to it. I threw it into a nuke box really quick, which I'm going to show you right here. I'm showing you from the back side because the wind is blowing out of the north. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to lose all these bees. I know there's nothing going on in here. I've checked. There's no queen. There was a couple of eggs, and that was it. I'm going to take this and combine it with one of these hives over here. All I'm going to do is just shake these bees off and just shake them in there. I know there's nothing going on. There's some robbing going on. I tried to feed them. They got robbed out, and I can tell by looking at it. It just seems like when you try and put these bees into a nuke, for me anyways, at this time of year, it just gets robbed out. And that's what happened last year. I combined one, and it actually did really well over the winter. So I'm just going to shake these bees in over here. Let me show you what I'm thinking here. All right, what I've got going here, I've got a single box here. I've got a single box here that's going to go through the winter in a single. And it's doing really well, actually. It's starting to fill out pretty good. I thought about putting it in here, but I'm going to leave this one alone. I checked it the other day. There is a video out on it. There's a lot of cap brood, a lot of larvae. It's going to start to blow up a little bit pretty soon. So I'm just going to kind of leave this be. My other thought over here, and here again, this is just the way I'm doing it. This hive right here, it's a double box. This top box isn't really that full. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those bees and put them in here. This one's going to go to, it is only the beginning of September, so I still got some time. The queen's laying, she's doing good. I'd like to get more bees into this one because it's a double. Build the population up before the weather really gets cold instead of that one. I've been thinking about it, mulling it over, which one should I do, and this one makes more sense. Since it's in a double box, I'm not gonna reduce it. It's doing good. So all I'm gonna do is put those bees into here just to build this up a little bit. That one over here, this single, is doing really well. So what I'm gonna do, I just got a hive top feeder frame. I'm gonna put this on top of here, take the lid off, put this on top of the inner cover, shake the bees, and just be done with it. So I'll bring those frames over here one by one and show you. And I am going to double check just to make sure I didn't miss a queen, which I don't think I did. But then we're just going to take and shake them into here. So let me go get the bees, and I'll bring them over one frame at a time, and I'll show you how I do this. And it seems to work pretty well, actually. I did it last winter, had really good success. So let me go get them, and so let me go get them. I'll bring them over here one by one, and I'll show you. I want to keep the camera over here because the wind is coming out of this way. So, all right, let me go grab them. All right, so we're going to open this up. See how nice that looks? This hive is doing really well. I don't want to disturb this. All I'm going to do is just go like this. Just going to leave it just like that. I know you can't really see, but you can see how good that looks. There's a lot of bees there. A little bit of smoke on them. And let me get the girls, and I'll bring them over one by one here. I'm going to back this up so I can show you the frames. Let me go with the frames, and I'll bring them over one by one. Some of these bees are on the pollen page, so I'm just going to leave it. Put it in there for right now. Okay, and see, here's one of the other problems. When you leave a hive with not a lot in it, look at that, a wax moth. So, goodbye. See that? You leave these hives kind of unattended with not many bees and see what happens. See all that? Damn wax moths get in there. So let me just, a couple of bees in there, get in there, go to your new home. See, there's not many bees on here or here, and the wax moths are starting. So I'm just going to shake these guys into here. Let's get in there. Come on. I'll leave this sit right here. This hive was doing so good, now it's just dwindling down to nothing. I don't have one out here. I didn't bring my brush out. Just leave that right here. Shoot, I don't... Let me see. Never mind, I do have a brush out here. Let me just brush these guys off. Get in there, girls. Go to your new home. This I don't understand. This was doing so good. This was doing so good. And then it just went to hell. Come on. I mean, it was doing really well. And then all of a sudden, yeah, there's a little bit of larva in there that they're not doing nothing with. So we'll just make it go away. Get that out of here. And this is even way less than 2 days ago when I seen all this. They are really, yeah, not good, so that's fine. That's why we're doing this. These bees have been pretty gentle too, which has been kind of nice. This frame was a frame of honey, and I know better, and I shouldn't have done it. I put this in there. This thing got robbed out so fast, it's not even funny. It seems like some of these weaker hives, and look, the high wax moth trying to start right there. Seems like some of these weaker hives, they get robbed out so fast. So we're going to put you in there. Just going to do, drop them into there. Go visit your new friends. There. There's a few bees on here, and well, let me get, where's my brush? I'll just do it this way. Just brush some of these guys off. There you go. That's all there is to it. Just going to cover them back up, and it's amazing how fast that hive went down. Any comments on this, let me know below. I'm just amazed at how fast that went down. That hive was doing so well. I combined it, the newspaper, I left it alone, and then I looked in there one day and I'm like, wow, there's less bees. I went there, I actually rearranged frames. I put honey frames to the outside. I adjusted everything. I don't know what happened. And at first, late in the year as it is, I'm kind of surprised at it. And then every time I come out, there's less and less bees. And the other day, there was 3 times that amount of bees in there, like 3 days ago. So yeah, so I had them in a double deep. I took the top box off. Well, no, when I put them in there, when I combined them, I adjusted the frames. I had the newspaper on the bottom. I didn't take the newspaper out. They were starting to tear holes on the sides. There was a lot of bees in there. Then all of a sudden I went back to check it. There was a whole lot less bees. I took the top box away, put them into the single box. Came back a few days later, even less bees. I combined them to the 5 frame deep. And like yesterday, I'm like, wow, now even today doing this, it's the next day, there's even less bees. And there's not even that many dead bees on the bottom, on the screen. It's not like they're just dying. So maybe they went and flew and went to live somewhere else. Maybe they got new family now, which is fine. But most of those all were nurse bees. All the foragers left. Hopefully they went back into different hives or whatever, and that's fine. So I don't know. So like I said, any comments, leave them below on this. I'm just kind of really surprised at that. So it's kind of sad when you lose one, but that's beekeeping, right? That's just what happens. So anyways, hopefully this gives, especially for beginners, this gives you guys a little bit of a tip. If you see your hive is getting weaker and weaker and nothing's happening, you see no larvae, no eggs, no nothing in there, no queen, you might as well just combine them. You hate to lose the bees, so combine them with something else. And up here in the north, winter starts to come, and there's no way that hive was obviously going to last. If I would have waited a few more days, there might not have been any bees in there. So that's why I just put it into one of these other hives. At least save some of those bees. They can get in there and work. Because this is doing really well. There's a lot of larvae, a lot of cap brood. This hive is doing really well. This is one of my splits. This actually was the hive I let them make their own queen in. And it worked out really well. And I got some good ideas for next year, what I've learned this year. We always learn. We're constantly learning what to do, what not to do. You make mistakes. You accidentally kill a queen. Oh my God, I lose sleep over that. If you accidentally kill one, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened. And I'm sure it's happened to somebody else. If it has, let me know. Here again, let me know in those comments. And let me know how you feel if you accidentally kill a queen. It doesn't happen that often, but it's happened to me. So, trying to get them in the cage and something goes wrong, and that's how we learn. We make mistakes. I admit it, So anyways, that is it. We'll check on this hive a little while. Hopefully them girls, they just do what they got to do in there and be done. So I pretty much got what I've got going in the winter. So that's about it. I've got everybody kind of set up for winter as far as what's going on inside their boxes. And so that's about it. I've got what I've got here ready to go for winter. Feeding will start soon. Open feeding will start soon. The goldenrod's all blooming. I did a video on that. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. So we'll see how this goes. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys really soon in the next video. All right, bye.